Absolute perfect timing. We met last year in Philadelphia. It was beautiful, just like my brother over there. Tears were flowing. Right now I feel the love. My questions really are more so about turning thoughts to things.
Yes.
And I know.
Or about allowing the thoughts that are turning to things to be seen by me.
Realized by me. So I'm thankful for everyone here. I mean, a lot of us, we like comfort, but this group that's assembled here all around the globe really craves newness, which is the leading edge.
You represent the momentum of allowing. The entire world and all of its inhabitants have been contributing to this vortex. And so the growth and the expansion and the potential for such has been happening all along. But what you represent is a deliberate discovery of reception of the things that have been being asked for a long time. So that's why we call it the time of awakening, or the time of reawakening, the time of finally consciously, not just accidentally stumbling into a good mood and getting a flash of enlightenment that lasts only 3 days, but a conscientious awareness of how it all works, and a deliberate application of the skills that I possess in order to hold myself consistently so that momentum can ensue, so that I can track, so that it's chartable and trackable, so that I can watch my mood translate into manifestations and know for sure that worthy me, worthy deliberate creator me, has accomplished this just like I intended when I decided to come.
And ever since I was little, I've always felt that sense of power.
Yeah.
I've always felt it. So now I'm in step 5 right now, and I'm really loving it. So yesterday, coming with my mom, she's actually here in the audience, and I'm so happy to be here right now with 2 of my great teachers. One, Esther, Abraham, other one, my mom.
Yeah.
But step 5. So yesterday, I live in Maryland. We came here yesterday. I'm driving my car on the highway. It starts acting up. I'm going 65, and it acts up like, I guess, I don't know if the transmission, something's going wrong with the car, and it goes down to 20 miles per hour. I only mentioned it to my mom, but she actually experienced it. But throughout the whole thing, I'm laughing. I'm thinking this is pretty funny. She's very worried. She's like, this is dangerous. Oh my God, what's happening? So that happens, and I'm laughing. I'm like, everything's gonna work out. It always works out for me. Always does. Then next thing, I have my Waze on to get to the hotel. I don't know how to get here. And my phone charger's broken and my battery's on 4%. So I'm like, oh man, how am I gonna get here? So it dies. So I'm like, I start laughing at this, telling my mom this. And I'm like, wow, the contrast, but I'm loving it. I'm like, this is pretty funny. What's gonna happen next? So now I get off the exit and I get to an office building, and I'm like, Mom, go inside and ask if they know where the Westfields Marriott Hotel is. So I park the car and I go inside and I see an older lady, and I see her through the glass window. As I walk in, I'm like, I know she has the answer for me. So I walk in, I'm like, ma'am, do you know how to get to such and such? And she's like, you know what? I was just there 2 days ago. And otherwise, if I wasn't there, I would not know how to get there. So that worked out. And then this morning I wake up, forgot my toothbrush at home. So I'm like, oh man, look what's happening. But I'm loving it. It's just a beautiful feeling. So I'm in the state 5. That's definitely state 5. And I know it's the contrast, and it's full circle. It comes back around step 1, 2, 3, 4. Last year, I'm still in the state of allowing. I feel that. But step 5 now, my question really is, I understand how things go from vibration to thought form, into manifestation. And I understand the realization part in that process is when you actually live the manifestation, once you realize it, the revelations they speak about. My question is the vibration and thought, which one really comes first? I know vibration is what I sense must come first. And then also with thoughts, also, Abraham, how do new thoughts get created? Because I have a sense that now whatever vibration, my environment that I give, my mood that I offer, thoughts get attracted with that, and they approach me, those thoughts that we've created as a collective consciousness. I understand that, but I don't understand how new thoughts are created. Also, if I'm attracting thoughts, who are the ones that are you guys the one that's creating the new thoughts and we're just living and experiencing it? Like, who's creating the new thoughts?
Well, as you are the thought then the manifestation that followed the vibration. Now, once the thought comes, then sometimes you translate those thoughts into words. So let's call that a further manifestation. Then you translate it into a rendezvous. These vibrations are turning to thoughts, and these thoughts are turning to things, and the momentum of them just causes them to become more and more and more. That's happening whether you're aware of it or not. But the important thing, when you are aware, is that then you become the receiver of them. Just play with this for a little bit. It's like the question that you all have been asking with fun for a long time that says, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, did it make a sound? And the answer to that question is no. It made a vibration. It caused a vibration around it, but unless there was an eardrum there to translate the vibration of the tree falling into what you call sound, there was no sound if there was not a receiver to translate the vibration into a sound. You get what we're talking about? So that's how the thoughts are turned to things. Now, we want to talk about your specific experience, and we like so much the way you laid it out for us all to see it, because you're moving in what you think is your vehicle, but it isn't. There is so much more to the vehicle that is moving you through life than this vehicle, this car that you are thinking is transporting you to one place or another. And there is so much more to your guidance than this Waze or Magellan or Garmin or whatever the navigational system is that you're using. There's so much more to your guidance system than there are these physical things or contraptions that you're using to guide you. With all of that, the reason that you kept knowing that everything is all right, that the vehicle doesn't really matter because there'll always be another. There's always another way to get to wherever I'm wanting to be, and that the navigational system doesn't even matter because there's always a way to know. What you are in the process of translating back to us is something that you're feeling profoundly every day, is that because things are always working out for you, there always is another way. The guidance that you're seeking is not where most of you are looking, you see. You drag so much stuff around with you. Esther practically lives out of a suitcase, and each trip her suitcase weighs just slightly more than it did the trip before, until it reaches a sort of breaking point where no one is willing to pick it up. Every time her bag comes back, it has the heavy tag on it because it is heavy. And so what we're getting at is, as you release the feeling that you need to, for a sense of security, drag all this stuff with you, and instead you accept yourself as this being who is moving through space and time with resources that are coming to you from a non-physical level that can be translated moment by moment as you need them, then you are truly free. The more you drag around, the more you enhance your sense of vulnerability. We're speaking specifically and directly to you. This is what you've been trying to say for a long time. I don't have to justify my well-being by what I'm dragging around, because whatever I need, whenever I need it, will appear before me. And while that made a lot of you feel insecure, Esther, even in the middle of the conversation, is thinking, no, Abraham, I'm not giving up that or that or that or that or that. I really like this stuff that I'm dragging around with me. But we want you to feel the freedom in accepting your right place and right time in the universe, and the resourcefulness that the universe has in yielding to you whatever you need whenever you need it, whatever you want whenever you want it. And so feel the freedom in that, the security in that. That's really what we want you to practice.